All right, y'all, so we are starting in my living room. I'm just gonna pick up all of the trash and whatnot, dirty bottles, old wipes, lip balm, remotes, every little thing. I'm gonna spray down the windows, the windowsill, and our little TV table. Don't mind the broken blinds, okay? We have a kitten and a 1-year-old, and I try to keep them off the blinds, but it doesn't always work, so they break. And yeah, I'm just going to wipe these down. The cat jumps up here every single day, and the baby likes to pull himself up on the windows and look out the windows, and he's always touching it. So I do like to wipe these down every day, and sometimes even throughout the day, just depending on how dirty they get. And then I'm gonna wipe down our little TV stand and the remotes, and then I'll get started on the rocking chair. I don't wipe the rocking chair down every single day, probably just once or twice a week, but I did want to show you guys how I do it. This is my favorite way to clean any type of fabric chair. I get a little bit of Pine Sol and some fabric softener in a warm bucket of water, and then I take a rag and just get to scrubbing. It works magically. I love it so much. It's the best thing I have ever used to clean fabric, like any mattresses or fabric chairs, car seats, pillows, like the decorative pillows. It cleans everything, it gets everything out, and it smells really good. Just make sure that you don't use too much Pine Sol or softener, otherwise it will get kind of sticky. But if you just use a little bit in some really hot water and just get to scrubbing, you will be so happy with the results. Wipe the footstool more than anything, and the arms of the chairs, because those are what gets the dirtiest. But I also just give the entire chair a little bit of a wipe down just to freshen it up. And then throughout the week, if I'm not completely wiping down the chair, I will just spray it with a little bit of water and fabric softener to keep it fresh and smelling good and feeling really soft. And then I dumped out the bucket, and this is how much dirt was still left in the bottom, you guys. This is why I like to scrub this stuff. It is definitely from mostly the footstool. Obviously, we're putting our feet and our shoes on it, but yeah, still gross. I still like to clean it, especially because our little boy likes to stand up and he has to hold onto things, and he's holding onto the footstool that's that dirty. Like, yeah, I really like to clean it. So here I am putting all the toys away, and I'm sort of organizing them just by size, and any toys that have pieces that go together, I'm putting those all in the same box. We just keep these 2 boxes of toys to kind of contain the smaller things, and then all of his bigger toys, like his walkers and the things that he can ride on, I will stack inside that little plaything that you see in the background. He likes to climb on that too. We will drag that out into the middle some days, and he'll climb all over it and use the slide. But at night it goes back into the corner, and then all of the really big toys I just put inside of it, kind of stacked on top of each other just to get them out of the way, so there's not just toys every which way in the room. There was 3 bags of wipes in the living room as well. I could not tell you why. So I went and put those in the baby's room, in, you know, the place that they belong. Then I'm just going to spray down the entire couch with leather cleaner. This is also something I don't do every single day. I do this probably once or twice a week, just depending on how messy and dirty everything gets. I do it often because our animals do jump onto the furniture, and I just like to keep it clean and keep it conditioned and keep it in the best shape that I possibly can with pets and a little baby. Now we're in the kitchen. I already straightened up my dining room earlier in the day. I do try to clear it off most days, like throughout the day, because otherwise it becomes a catch-all. So it's already clean and we are just moving on to dishes. I have quite a few dishes to clean: baby bottles, baby pouches, and a crock pot. I like to use the Dawn antibacterial dish soap. It's the green one. I just like that it has the antibacterial properties, and I just use it with really, really hot water to wash all of my dishes. And when I go to wash the baby bottles, I will drain the sink and put brand new water just to make sure I can get the bottles as clean as possible and there's no like grease or food particles or anything like that hanging around. While the bottles were soaking in hot soapy water, I took a second to fill up the coffee maker and set the timer for the next morning. I like this coffee. This is just a Mr. Coffee maker, but it's like the one step up from the standard one where you can actually program it to go off at a certain time. So I like to put the water and the coffee in it the night before and set it to go off at 5:30 in the morning, so we have coffee ready for us before we even wake up. Also, while those bottles were soaking, I was gonna clean out my crock pots, so I really like to use a good amount of Dawn dish soap and the Barkeeper's Friend. You guys, this stuff is my secret weapon to cleaning my crock pot super fast. It will cut through anything. As you know, if you use a crock pot a lot, some recipes get little burnt brown crusties and stuff like that going on in your crock pot, but the Barkeeper's Friend just cuts through that like it is nothing. So I'll go in with that, and then I will scrub it again with the Dawn dish soap, and boom, that crock pot is clean. It is good to go. a diet, so I didn't get to show y'all scrubbing out my sink, but I use that same combination when I scrub out my sink, and I'm so sad that I didn't get it on camera because it's probably the most satisfying part of cleaning your kitchen is having no more dishes left in the sink and completely scrubbing your sink out. I will just have it all wet with hot water, sprinkle that Barkeeper's Friend everywhere, and then get some Dawn dish soap on my sponge and scrub out my entire sink and rinse it with really steaming hot water, as hot as my faucet can go. It will leave your sink sparkling clean, no food, no stains, no smell. If I don't scrub out my sink, I honestly feel like my entire house smells like a dirty kitchen and rotting food. So I really love to have a clean sink and no dishes in the sink. Then the last thing I'm gonna do is wipe down my kitchen counters and my little kitchen appliances like my air fryer, and then we're gonna be done. Hopefully you guys found this video really motivational and helps you get through your weekly cleaning. Just know that if you can't get to every single thing, don't worry. Nobody can get to every single thing in a day. When you're running a household and you have a family to take care of, as long as you're doing something and you're doing a little bit here, a little bit there, you are doing amazing. So thank you so much for watching. My Instagram, my TikTok, and my other YouTube channel are down below if you want to see other things from me. Again, thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, just have a good one. Bye.